I even tied boots on a child this morning, even though my children are getting bigger and bigger. Still, still helping out with the snow day preparation. Please sit comfortably, aligned and relaxed. Bringing your awareness inwardly to find that alignment of your spine, to find ease where you tend to hold tension. Belly relaxed, heart relaxed, eyes, hands. In that settling, connect with your breathing, with your awareness. Simply begin by noticing your breath. And that is a little meditation in itself, just to remind that meditation can be small and simple, to still be powerful. Drip by drip. Arms up, breathing in, start to bring a little energy. Breathing out, hands into your heart center. Lift a little bit at the sternum. For the Om, breathing in. Om. The Om is a long exhalation. I sound very little of it. The silence is part of the Om. It symbolizes our coming together and that everything is connected. Let's begin. Actually, before we leave seated, so meet your body where it is. Compassion, awareness, take care of yourself. All these choices are yours. Tall spine, seated cat and cow. Be helpful to hold onto the knees. So the cow is an uplift of the heart and the face, a little belly forward. It's not a big movement. And then the cat is that tailbone going under and the spine coming into flexion. Hold on to your knees, curl, tuck your chin, go all the way in, breathe freely. Next time your inhale comes, go out into the seated cow. So we extend from the hips, pelvis forward, front body open, and then curl back into flexion. With intention, it uses your core strength. I know I'm big on saying that recently, bringing yourself one more time into the extension of cow. Usually we do this on the hands and knees and into the flexion of cat, but you can do this in a chair. You can do it lots of ways. Come back to neutral with that energy in your spine. And now please come to the back of your body to do a little bit of hip preparation. If you'd like, you can put a pillow or a folded blanket under your head to keep your neck long. You'll arrive on your back body. Take your time getting there, knees bent. Constructive rest is one of the names for this pose, not in yoga, but in other modalities. And we here can relax the spine. So backs get tired. We do lots of work holding upright. Early in the day still, but still. Hip flexors, hands there, please. Bringing a softness, inviting a softness into that fight or flight zone, a place we tend to hold on. The breath, Ujjayi style, through the nose, gentle sound. Letting it rise to a gentle fullness before receding to a gentle emptiness. And release your hands from your hips. Bringing your right leg in towards your chest. The left leg can straighten out. Point the toes. Time for a little ankle work with that bent knee side. So some pumps back and forth. Circling both ways. All the while holding your knee towards your chest. Go the other way with the ankle, range of motion. Yoga is part of our mobility, well-being, mobility practice. One more back and forth and relax. Other side, this is a core movement. If you want to bring in and switch out, work from that awareness of your belly center. Get your arms and hold settled, point the toes gently, and then add ankle pumps. 2, 3, circle one way. 2, 3, are your eyes softening? Go the other way with your ankle circle. Feel your ankle. One more back and forth, toes towards the shin and away, and soften. Bring both knees to the chest. Bring your knees towards and away a few times, rocking that lower back zone. Mobility in the spine. Then returning your left foot to the floor and coming to the figure 4 cross, lowering the leg underneath as needed. Just give yourself room. This is the first one, is the away with the top knee. Nice centered head, using your right hand on your right knee to encourage it away from you gently. 5 breaths. 2, 3, connecting with the lower triangle in the pelvis and low belly, the lower triangle of the chakras, navel, sacrum, root. One more time. And now the piriformis stretch. We're going to take that top knee and bring it towards the opposite shoulder. You can use the bottom leg like we typically do if you want, or I'm just going to use my hands today, propping the foot on the bottom leg. And this side, I don't have a lot of mobility in this direction, so I'm just going to discover a gentle stretch there and advising the same. Find your body in the shape. Cause no harm. Breathe deeply again. And a mindful release. Whatever feels good, maybe a stretch out, let that hip rock side to side. And the other side, starting with the internal, the push away of the top knee. Come on in as you're ready. For 1, 2. Got my other hand on my low belly, feeling the Uddiyana. That's that gentle uplift in the low belly. It connects with the pelvic floor muscles. Those draw in and up as well. The subtleties. Exhale again. Now piriformis stretch. So relaxing this one and start to bring that knee over towards your opposite shoulder to whatever degree this side, using a nice light touch for 1, 2, stretching deep in your seat. Gets tight from sitting. 4 and 5. Take your time with the release. Could be windshield wipers or just another relaxing at the hip, maybe a little shaking or rocking. Hips release. Ooh. And give a big stretch, point your toes, reach up your arms, gently arch your spine. Bring your knees towards your chest. This core moves so you get to a point where you're going to start to really use your abdominal strength to lift up your legs. So maybe you do it one at a time. Knees in, rock up. And keep going around to your hands and knees. It's okay if you do this all in your own way. Transitions are important. Beginning on the hands and knees, knees can be cushioned back into a puppy. So tucking your toes, stretching out your arms overhead, and lengthening your spine. 1, 2, reaching the hips away from the hands towards the heels. A nice compassionate stretch with the soles of the feet. 4, notice your big stretch of your wings, your big back muscles. 5, and your head down and relaxed. Exhale again. Cow spine, inhale. It's getting to know this transition where you're going. Arrive. When your exhale comes, the press into the hands, the curl, the cat. Twice more. Spinal mobility, take your time. Core strength, take your time. One more time into the light forward tilt in the belly, face long neck, gaze down. Gaze back, curls the neck, let the whole spine follow. Release. Bird dog pose. God, I feel a little bit of a mess this morning getting everything together. It's okay. It's okay. Reach back, reach forward, stay calm, play with your balance. Concentration can be lighthearted, let's say. One more time, bird dog. Bring it on down, hand, knee. Second side as you're ready. Developing this one over time. The gift that it remains challenging, even with lots of practice. And you have just one more breath in this meaningful, strengthening pose. Hand down, knee down. Come back to a child's pose for side reaching child's pose. So easing back, stretching around your knees and ankles, then walk your arms to the right and bring your head down. Your left hand could go on top of your right hand if that works. Find your breath in all of the shapes. Here we're consolidating, but we can still breathe. Slowly return to center. And do bird dog again, this time leading with your right hand, left leg. And adding the crunch if you would like to bring it in. 2, 3. I'm not going out all the way, just keeping it a little short. And 5, find the full reach out one more time. Spread that hand on the ground, use your belly, and come down. Second side, and that will be all. So bird dog, hold steady, developing that. Maybe add a shortened version with a curl. Knee towards the elbow. 2, 3, Focus on stability. 4, 5. Reach. Hand down, knee down. Second side, side reaching. Balasana. Come back slowly. Knees and ankles first, and then stack the hands option. Settling the activity from the moving shapes. Yoga is the settling of the mind into stillness. So that we can see things as they truly are. Release. Coming to your feet, press up into bear. 2, 3, so we are strong to do the work we need to do. 4 and 5, lift up your knees, downward facing. 1, push. Spread your hands, use that heel of the hand and the circle of the palms here, push. Shoulders broad, wrapping towards the heart. Uplift in the low belly. Exhale once more. Moving from the low belly to stand up. Walk in, get your heels on the ground, stand up with your legs. Reach up. Relax your feet as you get up into the air and then come down with your exhale, setting your shoulders. Trying to find where they will live comfortably atop your rib cage. Take a moment just to know yourself and your shoulders. What do you tend to do? Try to relax them and let them find natural alignment, and then you can feel your breathing ease. Let your feet spread. Build your mountain at the lower body as well. Your pelvis. A little light, energetic tone in your low belly. How are you holding your head and neck? Exhale once more. Relax. Scapula movements here. So comfortable on the soles of the feet. Shoulder blades. Take a moment, close your eyes, feel your shoulder blades together and down the back. Not tight together, just towards each other so you feel comfortably open in your front body. So bring some mobility there. If we bring the arms forward, spread the shoulder blades out towards the arms. So shoulder blades away from each other, and then elbows into the body, squeezes the shoulder blades together and down. Opposite cross the arms, breathe in. Focus on the shoulder blades. One more each cross. Shoulder blades. Mountain. Sun gratitude. Surya Namaskar. Warm up version first. Breathe in, coming up with your arms in your face. Moving with slow breaths is a big part of this. Breathing out. Forward hinge at the hips. Knees bend as needed. Hands where they land. Bring your head down towards your legs. Half lifting pose, your hands can come up higher as you like, lengthen through the top of your head. The belly is strong as the right leg and left leg go back to Palakasana. 2, strong and straight. 3, more of that pushing energy, creating strength with your body weight. Bring your knees down where they are, releasing your toes. Upward dog, pelvis forward, ribs lift, gaze down, belly toned. Puppy pose, tuck the toes, stretch back. Cow spine, inhale. As a variation, it's different than upward dog, but it's a Final extension, downward facing dog, 5 breaths. So this is our second downward dog. Let's do 5 of them today. See if I can stay true to my word, which is something I mean to do, but sometimes get creative in yoga. See how you feel on number 2. One more time, breathe deeply. The next pose is the half lift pose. You don't have to make it all the way to the top of your mat. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, fold towards the legs pose. All with control, the standing up pose, an energetic rise and reach strengthens the hips and bringing your arms down. Mountain. Again, breathing in, reach up. Breathing out, fold towards your legs. Breathing in, halfway lift. So if you ever need to take an extra breath, just do that. Don't worry about it. Here, a suspension as you do the left foot back and then the right into plank pose. And we can do the side plank because we work on this one too. Maybe your knee comes down. That feels good today. You can lift your top leg. Either side is fine. Long neck, opening the heart line. Find the second side. 1. Remembering from the Yoga Sutras that finding a balance of the effort and ease is part of finding the peace of the practice. Even when you're working hard, you can find something that can be softened. And back to the center, cow or upward dog. Go slowly. Downward facing dog. Third one, 5 breaths. You can always refine your hands. Pull your weight into your belly. So sometimes I can stand behind and just use a little energy to help pull someone's hips back towards their legs. So you can do that on yourself, not with your hands so much, but try to use your mind to find your uplift in the low belly and move your hips towards your feet. Halfway lift. And do what you like with your arms here. Pull forward, breathe out. Stand, legs can be firm and straight or bending. Make sure you make choices that work for your body. And exhale, arms down. Hip distance feet, Utkatasana, breathing in, reaching up. 1, 2, hips reach away from the hands. 3, 4, 5. So staying very calm and steady. Fold forward towards your legs for 5 breaths. You can hold elbows or bring your hands where you like. 1, 2. Nice to get any refinements out of the way early so you can be steady. And 5. Spreading hands, walking back, Adho Mukha. 1, fourth one. 2, 3, 4, 5. Returning to chair pose, Uttanasana. 1. Bring your hands into your heart center. Find a little lift of your chest as you reach your hips down and back. 4. 5. Press your legs straight and release. Step back, right leg, warrior A. This is a meditation moving into the shapes. Get to know them. Everyone starts somewhere. So wherever you are in developing that, meet it where it is today. Add the uplifted arms and face. There's a little spinal extension. Victory reach brings gentle energy. Through yoga, we can find the sun and the moon inside of ourselves. One more breath. And release your arms. Concentrate for the transition to crescent lunge, pivoting to the ball of the foot. The front knee stays centered. Lower your back knee towards the floor and hold it steady. 2, 3, pull the elbows wide. 4, and 5. Send your hands together and forward. Transition out to warrior C, lifting the back leg. Toes could stay touching the floor if needed or refer down. Squeeze glutes, lift the leg. Do your best. And that kick out with an exhale through the mouth. Come back upright. Release. Second side, Virabhadrasana A. Warrior A, find the lunge and the victory arms. I'll say my quote again so I don't forget it. That is my words. Through yoga, we can find the sun and the moon in ourselves. Inviting a gentle uplift of our energy. Calmly though. And bring your hands down, transitioning to the crescent lunge, the pivot to the ball of the foot and holding it low today. Further challenging the balance by bringing the arms out, elbows wide. Steady gaze. Hands back together. Transition to warrior C is going to start by leaning forward, really pressing the front foot to straighten that leg. Add the lift. Find a steady spot. Use your glutes to lift that leg. The muscles we all know. 3, 4, 5. Transition upright. Hold steady. Do your best. Keep trying. If you come down, do it again. And then the kick out. Back to mountain. Let it wash over you. Parsvottanasana, right leg going back, straight leg stance, forward facing. Thumbs down, reach your arms back. So with shoulders internally rotating, find the reach back. Exhale, come together with your hands, starting low in your spine. So eventually we're trying to press the hands together behind the back. So just work your way up. Maybe you go to your fingertips, all that. So find your version. Breathe in when you're ready, lengthen your spine. No harming. Holding the elbows is fine. Breathe out. Forward hinge, big toe gaze or shins, lifting at the elbows. Take what you need from what I say. What if it was your first class? One more time, breathing out. Breathing in, stand up, lots of stability and strength in this one, those straight legs. Keep the arms, refine if you need to, but change the legs to the second side. Breathing in, ready stance. Breathing out, forward fold. Lengthening out and down, lightly lifting at the elbows. Where can you bring softness? Spreading feet, firm all the way up the legs. Then stand up, strong legs. And exhale, release, stepping out, figure eights with your wrists. Snow gently falling. Hands together, ground and still. Standing poses to the side, deep into the knees. Step out to the left, facing the corners of your mat with your toes for the side to side lunge flow. Bending your right knee towards your toes to your own degree. It's okay if you go past your toes and come back up. It's the tracking angle that we're looking for. A nice alignment of the joints, the other side, and up. Glute squeeze at the top. Second one. Find center. Second side and center. 3, 3, 4. Hands wherever they feel good. Find that range of motion. 4. And the fifth one for the hold. Focus on that lengthening the inseam in the back leg. Support your torso. A little tone in your tummy. One more time, deep breath and a strengthening, straightening push into that leg to find the upright and then to the other side. 2, 3, only 5 breaths. So you can work deeply. Use all the energy you have for this pose. And 5. Coming back up to center, hands to that low back area. So that glute squeeze at the top provides and strengthens stability in the zone of hips and low back. Toes forward, please. Wide parallel feet. Arms out, breathing in. Spread your fingers. Breathe out. Come behind, interlace. Hands come together and down. Tucking chin, spreading feet. 2 more breaths, just focusing on upper back and neck and shoulders. Release your head. Relax your shoulders. Switch the weave and come down and together again. Right ear, right shoulder. Customize your body. Other side. Exhales into the belly center. Soften and release your head back to center, and then long spine, breathe in. Slow forward fold, breathe out. Sliding down to the ankles or the big toes. It's okay to bend your knees. So we have this union of opposites here. Head reaching towards the floor, top of the head. Shoulders try to stay up in the body, belly stays up in the body. Elbows away from each other a little bit. Three, lengthening your spine. And 5. Slowly, firm press, rise. Strengthen your whole body with these shapes and these long holds. Star pose. Turn out your toes easy and wide. Reach up, gentle fingers, gentle reaching. Soft reaching pose. Plane of the face. One more breath, star. Arms float down with an exhale. Warrior B to the front of your mat. So this one is side facing, wide stance, arms reach. Without doing reverse warrior, let's explore the cow face arms. So taking your front hand to the back of your head, your back hand. We're going to do that inward rotation to slip behind maybe your sacrum. Holding warrior B. One more time, deep breath. Warrior B, arms again, release them out. And come down, and then the other side. To save time, stay here. Just face the back of your mat with your stance and your reach. Hold steady, 5, 4, staying grounded in your low belly. So your spine is neutral except for the neck. And 5. We're taking your front hand, bend your elbow, try to touch the back of your skull. The bottom hand needs to do a rotation down with the thumb and the shoulder to slip behind the back of the hand behind your back. It's okay to move your hands closer to each other if you like. Don't do the reverse warrior. Just regular warrior B, different arms. 3, 4, 5. Straighten, release, and come out. Ooh. Interlace press up. Switch the weave, interlace press up. Rise to the balls of the feet. Bring down your hands, release your arms, stay up on the balls of your feet. And then come down with a little bit of bounce in your heels. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, going back downward facing dog. 5th one. Gently observe the growth within the pose in the practice. 5. Come through and sit down. So one way to do that is to bring your knees down and cross your ankles and come over your feet. It's okay to do it in your own way. This is a modified jump through to get the legs out in front. Okay, to sit on a folded blanket here if you'd like. Starting with the legs out in front of you. Bring your heels in, knees out to the sides, knees together, and heels out. Something new. I'm going to do the easy lean back arms for this. Just how to do one to see what might work with the legs in this position. So easy lean back, heels in, knees to the side, knees together, heels out, exfoliating the feet pose. One more time. Swimming butterfly, flying butterfly, and then tip yourself upright again and come in to Baddha Konasana. Find your sustainable feet together, knees apart pose. Up on the sitting bones, tall in the spine. Bring your right hand to your right knee. I'm going to use the other one for stability beside me. And just let that hand rest there, maybe a little bit of a press. Focus on that one side. 1. Just a little heaviness in the hand. 3, 4. Mindful of how you're holding your body as you focus on that. 5. Interesting. Come back to center. Get that nice spreading fingers back. Supportive open hand on the other side for stability, and then add that heavy hand to the other knee. For 1, bring it all together. Nasagra Drishti, that is the down and centered gazing. And we're looking towards the nose area. We sense the nose, we can sense the vibrations. Parasympathetic activating. The calming side of the nervous system. And release. Come back to center. Chin tuck. Lifting chin. Lift the back of your skull. Look towards the right. Slowly look towards the left. Head back to center, chin down. Chin lift, gaze down the nose. And bring your head back to center, lifting the back of your skull. Use your hands to bring your legs out of that shape. Widen your feet and relax forward pose. Bent knees. Start to straighten out your legs. Tilt your pelvis forward and come into seated forward fold. So if something doesn't feel right, make sure that you modify or stop so that positive patterns are created here. And release, sitting comfortably for Ardha Matsyendrasana. I've been forgetting this one lately. Bringing the bottom leg, the right leg into folded position or straight. The top foot comes around to the outside. Sitting tall, make room for your belly, creating a spinal twist, hand behind to help you stay tall. Another aspect is the hip stretch of bringing the knee towards that opposite shoulder, so that piriformis stretch. But it might be more comfortable resting out. Let your hip tell you. Okay, gaze back, tall spine. Half Lord of the Fishes pose. One more breath. Tall, slow return to center. Changing sides. Holding the bottom leg, bringing it towards the midline. Top foot coming across. Tall spine. So it's setting the spine first into the twist. Then you may refine the hip and knee. Want a nice flow of energy and breath. Breathe deeply again, bringing peace into your body through the practice. Sitting comfortably, bring your hands into the heart center, breathing in through the right side of your nose, breathing out to the left side. Breathe in, left side. Breathe out, right side. Breathe in both sides. Breathe out both sides. And release. Another mini meditation. Come to the back of your body for finishing. We've already done some of our lie down poses. Have a little bridge play and get yourself ready. If you want that pillow after bridge, head centered, feet down, arms down. Find your belly center for a couple breaths. This is a great pose to work the lower bandha's awareness. As you breathe out, your navel will naturally tone towards your spine. The pelvic floor muscles are connected to that energy, lifting gently in and up. Keep that. Breathe above it and inhale, press your feet coming up. Let's hold this first one with the arms down, finding that centered skull, grounded shoulders, open front hips, press feet. As you come down with your hips, bring your arms overhead. Hips up, arms down, breathing in. Hips down, arms up. One more time, hips rise, arms lower. Hips lower, arms rise. And release your hands down to the center of your chest, relaxing. Hands to the thighs. Step out your feet one at a time, a little wider with the toes turning out, hips and knees as well. Bringing both knees over towards the right floor. It's okay to refine your foot position. There's a little bit of that Charlie Chaplin turnout from the hips in this work to your own degree. To the other side, full range of motion. Let your spine follow. Stretch out your arms, palms down for stability. Go all the way into the side again. And then the other side, range of motion, exploration. Nothing is forced. Back to center, recenter. Walk your feet in, hip distance apart, close, 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 all the way in. Inhale. Exhale, low belly stable, arms grounded, bringing the feet off the floor together if possible with a strong low belly. If it's too much, you do it one at a time, it's fine. So using the core to bring up the legs, to hold them up into the air. The legs reach, the toes point. Hands come to the thighs and the feet soften. One, big toes touch if possible. Trying to create your parallel feet can be interesting here, and just gaze with love at those beautiful structures. Let your gratitude radiate. Let your compassion go there. All those miles. The wonder of their design. And 10. Slip your arms up and widen your feet from each other into the reclined bug pose. Lower your right leg towards the floor. Listen to your low back, wait till your low belly strength turns on and you find a good spot where you got some good, interesting work in your belly. And then add the opposite arm to not straining the low back. 3, 4, 5. Arm, leg, center. Breathing in. Rib cage, breathing out. Uddiyana Bandha, Mula Bandha. Other side. Lower the leg first. Meditation on the leg lowering. Add the opposite arm. So gently challenge yourself. Don't worry about what it looks like. Don't judge yourself by how far you go. Just be where it is. Switch on your determination if you're trying to get a little stronger. If it's challenging you, breathe calmly. Leg, arm, center. Fold the knees in without the arms, and then bring the arms in and rock or hold steady. The side to side rock as another variation. It's on the list of low back love. Widening knees. So you could do some happy baby or Baddha Konasana, holding the ankles. Some free hip explorations. And time for a little bit of rest. I'll bring us out of rest with a lying twist today. So save it if you love the lying twist. Be patient. Give yourself a moment for comforting, and just like you were coming into downward dog, make the refinements and then be steady. Let your breath move freely. Let all of your muscles release. Deactivating pose. Those who contemplate the beauty of the earth find reserves of strength that will endure. The migration of the birds, the ebb and flow of the tides, the folded bud ready for the spring. Those who contemplate the beauty of the earth find reserves of strength that will endure. The migration of the birds, the ebb and flow of the tides, the folded bud ready for spring. It's Dr. King's day. Changing your point of view into a lying twist from your resting pose as you're ready. That means to bring your knees, your legs in an arrangement one way and then your head the other. There are lots of ways of expressing that. Bringing some releasing of tension along the spine. Focus on your spine, breathing with intention again. 3, 4. So we're bringing peace into our bodies. 5. A little tone in your belly to support the transition to your second side lying twist of your choice. Make the refinements and breathe deeply 5 times. So with peace, we start somewhere. We start with ourselves, just like with our compassion, with our gratitude. And it can be one of the hardest things to do is to shine it on yourself. But if we want a peaceful world, we want to start somewhere. We have the power to change ourselves to be a source of light, a source of peace. Let your exhale come again. And transition as you like to seated. You could get all of yourself over to one side and sit up that way, or rock up from the center. Hold yourself in. And the Asatoma chant, bringing us from darkness towards the light. Breathing in. Asatoma satkamaya, tamasoma jyotirgamaya, mrityorma amritam gamaya. 3 times, Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Shanti is peace. Thank you, lovely humans. The quotation was from the conservationist Rachel Carson. It was great to see all of you